It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bills and the Patriots coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. There's Chris Olave. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Herbert now. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in here by Chase. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here are the Patriots now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Staying up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Cousins. They set up the screen to Chubb. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Steps away. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. New England's offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That'll be caught by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Eric Kendricks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Chase the motion man right. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it down. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up forward.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A second down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Play fake. Cousins. From right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got this down to the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. First down. Here's Cousins. This one completes Alec Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately starting out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
He completes this to Sutton, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
This taken in by Kincaid.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Escapes the sack. And his pass incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, this defense is getting after it now. They get the sack on first down, and now the pressure's there again, and that forces a throwaway.
Now Herbert finding Sutton on the out route, who makes a catch.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try to run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On second down, Cousins again. That'll be caught. It's caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. The Raiders looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one.
2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Curtis Samuel, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Play action now. Cousins.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing. Cousins. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 28 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
At the 35-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Davis now to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes,
you're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On play action, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They set up the screen to Chubb. He's got room at the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings us 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He completes it to Olave. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. To Barkley on the check down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To the air again, Herbert. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on down. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball.
There he goes, right side. There's a nice move. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for New England. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Cousins going to change it up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. A solid stiff arm. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they take a knee.
This could be it. This could be it. This could be it. That's what we do.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Bills now down by 13, 65 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing, Herbert. Chris Olave. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Complete to Chris Olave. A gain of 26 yards.
Herbert.
And the Bills first down.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This is 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
Herbert.
First down, Bills.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Herbert to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a